What's up guys, your boy Jordan, back with another video guys. Today we're going to be talking about traumas. We're going to be having an overlook on traumas and what Auntie has to say on this. Listen, I can't speak for everyone. I can only speak for myself sometimes on the videos. Traumas, I mean, I don't have a lot of traumas in my life. I mean, there are certain things that have happened in my life that I've experienced maybe a bit of depression, maybe a bit of anxiety. And I know what they feel like, and I'm pretty sure most people in this world know what they feel like. But would I call them extreme? No, because I'm quite privileged. I've grown up in the country. I've always had a roof over my head. I've always had a meal on the table. I've always had family and friends around me. So I don't really have the right to say that I have suffered from traumas, like not like most people have anyway, that have to go to therapy and have counseling. But do you know what? This is the way I see it. I feel like if you have had a bad experience with something or trauma, something bad happened in your life, death, all these things, go and get help. Don't sit there and complain about your traumas and become someone you're not, or become someone that you weren't meant to be, because every single person on this planet is more than capable enough of becoming someone far greater than what they are right now in this moment in time. And the funny thing is, a lot of the time it's our past, it's our traumas, it's our beliefs that stop us and prevent us from becoming that somebody. And it's like, if you've got problems in your life, go and get help. Change it. A lot of the time, and not all women, but in general, women can't deal with problems. They can't deal with traumas and their past. Why? Because they are emotional beings. Men, we're not. If we've got a problem or an issue in life, don't get me wrong, it can affect us emotionally, but we get over it. We deal with it. We sort the problem out, we sort the issue out, and then we move on. That's for men, because we're not emotional beings. Women, on the other hand, are very emotional. Not all women, but in general, women are emotional beings. So that's why they find it harder to kind of come away from past traumas and let go of traumas in the past and all these things. That's why you see these modern women today, and it's like, I ain't settling for no man unless he does this. I ain't opening up my you know what unless he does this. It's like, you're gonna die alone with a cat on the two cats on your shoulders, because you never wanted to open up for a man because of one past experience that went bad or it went wrong. You can't live like that. You got to live life on the edge. You got to take risks. Otherwise, what's the point of living? We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen next week. We don't know what's going to happen in a month, a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 year time. However, what's the point of living life on edge? When I talk about on edge, I'm talking about anxious, worried, scared of the future. You don't even know what your future's going to behold. So why are you worrying? Live in the moment. Live for now. Take risks. It's as simple as that. Anyway, let's get straight into it.
On trauma. But if I can have counselling and cognitive therapy back in the 80s and 90s, it's available out there for everybody. And more women, especially women, they need to start going and getting therapy. Because I'm sick and tired of hearing about people's trauma. Nowadays, I've got to the point where I've had more trauma than you. I don't care about yours, because you're wearing it like a badge. You know, like, oh, I'm doing this because I've got this trauma. God, nobody's had. If I wanted to, nobody in their life has had more trauma than I have.
I wear my healing as my badge of honor.
As soon as you get, like, get raped, go and get counselling. I did. I got abused. Go and get counselling. That counselling didn't work. Go and get one that works for me. And that's what I did. I don't carry around baggage. I deal with it and I leave it and I move on as a whole human being. I'm not going to turn around and say, I was a great victim. And no.
Can I just say something, Auntie?
I'm sick and tired of hearing about people's trauma. I don't care about nobody's trauma.
Definitely.
Deal with it.
Can I just say something?
I don't care whether you've got trauma.
Do you know
or
who
not.
also needs a lot of therapy? The man them too, because men carry a lot of trauma and they don't talk about it. So actually, they become a lot of the victims that deal with things quietly, and then they start hurting other people too. It's not just the women.
Men need therapy too. But the whole point is that when men have trauma, they use their penis.
It's not the fact that we hold it in, we deal with it. We don't need to express it like women. We don't need to talk about it like women. If we've got a problem or an issue in our lives, people say we keep it in. Don't get me wrong. There are men out there that should talk about it. If you are really struggling to a point where you don't know what to do with yourself, you need to open up. 100%. With this whole men's mental health thing that's arising now and it's becoming more common, more popular, and it needs to be spoken about, absolutely, you need to open up to someone, a friend, a family member, a counsellor, a therapist. Go and speak. Go and get help. If it's affecting your mental health that badly and you don't know what to do, go and seek help. But again, in general, most men, if we've got a problem or an issue, we figure it out. We try and fix it. We don't need to express it and get all emotional like women do. That's what I mean. I don't understand some of these women. And then some of these women are going to, I'm independent. I'm going to live on my own and do all of this. Good luck. Because when you've got problems and issues in your life, who you going to? You ain't got no man, so who you talking to? Your cats can't even speak human. So what? This is what I don't understand. It's like, stop focusing on men. Stop focusing on man needs to do this, mate. You need to go away and do your due diligence too. You need to go away and do your shit. Stop saying, but men need to. Stop it. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this arising problem. We would not have this arising problem. Go and do your therapy. Go and then come back a different person and a better person for it. Stop looking at the man. Why do you keep looking at the man all the time? Penises
in vaginas to get rid of their trauma.
And guess what?
And then it's gone.
And then they get the girls that don't want to have.
And then they get the girls.
Babies pregnant, then they have to go back.
And then they get the girls who don't want to have babies. Okay, that was your choice to sleep with him.
That is why when the women have issues, before they go and sleep with these kind of men,
that was your choice.
That's why they need to have trauma.
That was your choice. Your bad judge of character. You were sleeping with a guy who you knew had problems, and you could tell he had maybe internal problems. You chose to sleep with him. You got pregnant. It's not the man. It's you as well. Don't get me wrong. He done his deed, but you went there. You could have turned away.
Because people are saying, I came from a single parent family. That I was raised with my mum and dad. My mum and dad got divorced, and my mum raised me on her own. And I've got trauma from then. Have I got trauma? No. Oh, my parents sent me to Africa when I was a child, and I've got trauma. I got sent to Barbados. Have I got trauma? No. I got sent away from my parents to go to school. Have I got trauma? No. I'm sick and tired. I got raped. So did I. They ain't reported it. I done it. I reported it. Have I got trauma?
Auntie,
no.
I don't think we can compare trauma. You're a special one.
No, I'm not special. Because the traumas, the counselling
Here we go. You're a special one. So again, you don't want to hear nothing. You just need to be this woman here. This one right here. This light skin right here. Need to be right. Don't want to listen. Don't want to intake any knowledge from someone that's older than you, that's been through shit, had traumas, and got the help. Why is there such thing as therapies? Why is there such thing as counselling if it doesn't work? Oh my goodness gracious me. You need to... Honestly, if some of these people could look back at the videos and really analyse what they're saying... Jeez. What's the point of having counselling therapy if it doesn't work? It works. It's out there because it works. You're a special one. So you're telling me Auntie is the only person in the world that's had help from therapy and counselling when she went through traumas. You're telling me she's the only one in the world that recovered from it. It's like,
it's free. You know what? It's got to the point where I get sick of watching certain programs, especially stupid programs like EastEnders and Emmerdale, because something would happen at the end of it. If you're affected by this program, please phone this number. You know, and then you'll have people saying, oh, I got raped and I was watching this program and it brought it all back to me. Did you phone the number at the end? No. Because you enjoying your pain. Some women enjoy that pain. They enjoy carrying it around.
It's a trophy nowadays. It's part of like
I'm sick to death of hearing
the
that
programming.
people's trauma.
It is.
Everyone uses these kind of
Identity.
topics as a way of as an honor, right? Like the feminists will. Most feminists I've met will have some kind of trauma like this, and they talk about therapy. They will never use it, and they'll keep on doing the same dumb stuff because it's like a But on that point, the initial question was, I wouldn't date someone who had an abortion just because, in my experience, I'm pro-choice, but I've seen it's extremely traumatic. And like those women are never the same again. That's one thing people don't tell you. People act like you just have an abortion.
Well,
But those women.
Oh, mate, I bet you she's single.
And I think abortion is a horrible thing, and I think it's
Too much attitude.
It messes you up. This is the thing. Like I said, you have to deal with the consequence. I'm not gonna lie. One of the things I agree with Auntie for sure. People tend to be very mentally weak, and that goes on both sides, women and men.
Mentally
That's why
weak.
I say men need therapy as well. Their weakness is just displayed in different ways.
And men.
Because at the end of the day, if you're gonna make that decision, you make it logically as well. If you even make it emotionally, there's logic behind your emotion. That's why therapy works, because there's a certain logic. So if you're logical about it, you get over it. So instead of you thinking about, I wouldn't be with a girl that has had an abortion, maybe start thinking, I wouldn't be with somebody that is unhealed, because everybody goes through everything. You just heal and you grow from it. That's
No,
it.
I think it just says that you're selfish because you're thinking of yourself before the child. And
I'm thinking about the child. Trust me, my sister. I could be a mother anytime. I believe I'll be a good mother. However, I would prefer to put my child in a situation.
But you're killing it. You're killing a human being. You're killing a life source. You're killing someone that could have been a better version of you. So that is, again, you're not in the right here. You're being selfish by taking a life because you made the stupid decision to sleep with someone that is unhealed, as you said. You made that choice. Don't just put it on the men. You made the choice to sleep with him. You could have turned around and said, I'm not having a baby with someone that's unhealed, doesn't know where they're at. You need to go to counselling. You need therapy. You get therapy, you get healing, I'll have a baby with you. Even so, I don't want kids, so I'm not going to have unprotected sex with men. So unless you have a condom or I'm on some sort of contraception, which you're probably not, I ain't sleeping. What did I do? Nah, I'm a drunk. Oh, yeah, do you know what? Why not? Come on, let's just have a... Selfish.
Situation where I know you're not going to be abused because the father is just
right,
asshole.
but then like women that are actually selfless will leave that situation and figure out a way to raise them. They don't just say, oh, me, I'm first.
And then some women are selfless, but they still don't know what they're doing, and they end up ruining the child's life. And then we sit here when you say, oh, look at these women.
So you're telling me you would rather kill an innocent fetus, you would kill an innocent fetus baby because you ain't got your shit together, or your partner ain't got their shit together, so you'd rather kill it than bring it into a world where it could have been someone, it could have helped, it could have been the next Serena Williams.
Mother women that they just open their legs because they are fatherless.
Again, so that happened, sure, but usually those women are selfish too.
Do you know
because I'm sorry, you can't like the women of my mom's and like older's generation, they don't do this shit.
All around the freaking world, man. It's just here.
There you go. There you go.
Just one thing about this conversation, just to take it up one level. One thing I always find frustrating about this conversation, and I've discussed this many, many times over the years with people. Of course, I have strong feelings. I know the pro-life position is not the most popular one in the modern Western world, but I believe it's the correct one. And one thing that's always frustrating about these conversations is people, both men and women, act like we don't know how babies are made, right? There's very little talk about personal responsibility, self-control, discipline, making wise decisions. It's just do whatever you want. The truth is, society wants people to be able to just do whatever, have sex with whatever, whoever, don't think about it, and have no consequences. You can always, get rid of the evidence. That's what the truth is. You know, when people are jumping to these very rare
He's right.
cases, extreme
He's
cases
right.
of incest or extreme cases of grape and so on and so forth, they're really distracting from 99% of the issue. And I wish people could just be more honest about it, and we could have that talk about responsibility and proper sexual behavior and being careful, being cautious, making better, wiser decisions
Blame
upstream,
democracy.
upstream,
yeah.
so that we're not dealing with. I think people, regardless of the different positions here, hopefully, I think we'd all agree that ideally things should not even get to that situation,
For sure,
right?
for
And the
sure.
truth is, we have so many ways now. Let's be real. We have so many ways to avoid that. We've got guys here who are in their 30s. You know, you've managed to make it through without having a kid and getting anyone pregnant and so on. It's not impossible. It's not rocket science, but you do have to be careful and make wise decisions.
Can I just give you a scenario? What if you meet a girl on a night out,
Mm-hmm.
you use protection, the condom breaks,
Mm-hmm.
you don't know this girl.
I wouldn't have sex with a girl I don't know.
Listen,
All right, then we've seen. Hang on.
You just all admit.
All right, yeah, we've seen this bit. Here we go. He's right. He's right. We need to take away the fact. We need to. Do you know what? Let's not even. He's so right. Let's not focus on the kid part and the abortion part. Focus on the part where you made sex with that person. You had sex with that person, because that's the real core, isn't it? The decision that you made because you were too drunk, or you were too out of it, or whatever the case may be. You felt like having a one night stand. Now you're pregnant. Now you expect people to start stepping up. Now you expect him to step up. Men, most of the time, men get scared. It's like, nah, I won't take something to me. I never wanted a kid. And then you blame men. You think men are this, men are that. But hang on, you made the decision to open your legs. You made the decision to have unprotected sex. And at the end of the day, if you, men and women, again, men, if you can't take accountability for your sexual urges and hold back on your sexual urges for someone, you've got a problem. You really have a problem with it. Same as women. If you can't hold back your sexual urge, knowing fully well that if you end up having sex with this person unprotected, there is a possibility, which there is, of you getting pregnant, you have a problem. But then you want to get an abortion, do all these things. You're wrong. You're selfish. You only care about yourself. I don't get it. Have protected sex. Have protected sex. Oh, the condom breaks. When does that? Listen, it can happen, but when does that really ever happen? No, the fact of the matter is, you don't want to wear it. That's the problem. That's from the man. You don't want to wear it because you don't feel the same. Or, I forgot to take the morning after pill. Or it's just so. Today, this is what I'm saying. Number one, it's easy to have sex, but number two, it's just so. It's like casual. It's like, being pregnant is not a big deal. It is. That's a life you're bringing in. Imagine you're young and you're not even financially stable. You haven't got your own property and all these things that you wanted to do. Now you're bringing a life. Now that's your priority. Now that baby is your priority, not your life. The kid's life is now your priority. But it's like you want to act like just having casual sex is nothing. Like, oh no, it's just casual, innit? Like, it is what it is. No, it's more than that, because there's a chance you can become pregnant or you can impregnate someone. That's the truth of it. That's the core truth of it. That's what we should be focusing on. If you're out at a club, at a bar, and you get drunk, you have a bit too much to drink, you again still need to be a grown-up about this and say, do you know what, I'm not going to have sex with you, because if I do, there's a massive possibility you could get pregnant, and I don't want that, because I'm not in the right. Number one, I don't really know you. Number two, I'm not in the right position to have a child right now. And number three, you're probably not in the right position, and I won't step up if you end up get pregnant. Then you walk away. That's the right thing to do. Same as women, but you don't want to do it. People just don't want to accept responsibility for their actions, and then when they do have kids and then they're depressed and I've got 2 kids, I'm single and all this, that was your choice. It's not no one else's fault but yours.